toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Aloha from Honolulu and home of the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on a fellow Mountain West foe, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Rainbow Warriors will kick it off to get us underway. And he's going to bring this one out. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. So Fresno State's offense takes the field. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Bowman.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You have got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Grabbed in the middle, it's Harris. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. Backed up now, here's second and long. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. He might want another play. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Fresno State.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Hawaii's offense has its first opportunity of the day. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds his man. It's Marsh. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Washington. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Back to pass on second down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Rainbow Warriors are flying down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Washington. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He wants it all. Touchdown, Warrior! Quick strike through the air for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. At the 45 on his way. Finds some room. Touchdown, Fresno State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Got his man on the right. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit.
Turning on the Jets. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawaii. Extra point here will tie the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the run.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense picks it up. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover. The pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. To the air on first down. Gets rid of it. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. Now this is the way to come out of the gate and set the tone. Back and forth and already inside a minute to go in the first. Gonna swing it on second down. Soft spot in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage because you know that throw is going to be contested with a defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong hands on the catch.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback go in the other direction.
Here's the pressure. Fires on the move. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
How about the athletic ability by the big fella? You know, you got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations. I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, making the INT. What an athlete.
Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Gets the back moving. Now on the option. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that first down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
Hey, this running back's got some sweet feet, not only to run, but to get a foot down in bounds.
Got that toe down. The foot was just small enough.
Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Use the play fake. Now to throw. through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Second down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and
now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield, it's Harris. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
well, they're trying to hit the slant, right? That's a bang-bang type play. It's got to happen fast. Good throw. Receiver just couldn't come up with the catch.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. He's got him. Breaks into the open. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Fresno State lines up with a 1st and goal. They send the tight end in motion. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Bulldogs. All even up after that one. Basically a brand new game.
And with a tie, guess what? Back to the offense. Back to the offense. Which defense can get a stop? These offenses have been humming.
And he added the extra point. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Pocket breaking down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown Bulldogs. The defense putting points on the board.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Vanderbilt is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jay Cutler, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Alabama. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Thanks for the update on... There he goes! And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Marsh. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Here comes the heat. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
You just love to see that from the quarterback. I know it's a big 3rd down, and more than anything, you want to throw a completion, keep your offense on the field. But when the defense wins and nobody's open, you got to just tip your hat, throw it away. And now a big decision coming up on 4th down.
Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. And this guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
On the move at the 30. Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to throw. Under fire. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
And they stop him again for no gain, and it will be 3rd down.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture...
Touchdown, Fresno State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he's going to bring it out. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Rainbow Warriors have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Catch in the middle. It's Marsh. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. The sure hands, it's Marsh. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Rainbow Warriors in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Defense looks like they're coming. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Looking downfield on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. To the air on 2nd down. Bringing the heat. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Fresno State lined up to kick off and start this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, Dave.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Got a man, it's Marsh. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They'll run for it on third and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. And the Rainbow Warriors will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. On the option. He'll toss it. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. Fresno State right back to the line.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the option. Now the pitch. Makes a man miss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Finds his man. It's Harris. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Working that left side. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Bulldogs didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Flips it out to the back, and they'll knock him down.
Well, the defense was ready coming into this one for this running back being a factor in the pass game. That time, they were draped all over him. As soon as
he's going for the goal line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fresno State. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Linebackers are so fast nowadays, so multiple. They can do so many different things. Not only do they play the run, but if I need you to go get a sack, I can just send you. Send one of those fast linebackers that can rush the quarterback.
The Rainbow Warriors with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Handoff from the shotgun. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line getting set on second down. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Bush. A couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Bush. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
Now, fourth down.
And the Rainbow Warriors decide to punt it away.
Formation to kick it away.
Here's the return. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the third quarter comes to a close. That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on first down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. He caught it, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bulldogs. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
PAT unit on the field.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Appalachian State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Kidd Brewer Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Old Dominion. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
The one thing I love about this defense, and they're showing it here in this game, is there's a variety of ways they can get after your quarterback. They can get home with 4, they can get home with 3, or they can blitz guys from all over the field, but they've got athletes with bad intentions, and they've registered a ton of sacks in this one.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Rainbow Warriors will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch.
Turning it on. Touchdown Bulldogs. He got a step and just dusted the field. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And the coverage team able to wrestle it down. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. To the air on 1st down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles. And at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Washington. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Rainbow Warriors now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Rainbow Warriors line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly, Dave.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Give to the back. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Trying to do it on the ground. Breaks into the open. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. Quarterback making checks. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it on the move. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. And the Bulldogs line it up with a 1st and goal. Goes to the option. Now the toss. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
63, Hawaii, 21.
Bringing it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He's out of bounds at the 9-yard line. The pick, the return, and the offense will be threatening.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT.
Back's going for the goal line. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. The Bulldogs will hustle to the line. Got it back on 2nd and goal. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about. And
he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number... We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab on the left. There, just keeps moving. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understanding the ball came out quick. I got to break, get Hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the 4th. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.